I don't have any plans for weekend yet.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, if I do, uh, if I do, I mean, if I don't have any plans yet, I will have uh, more classes than usual on weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
Okay, but actually you're right. So sometimes you have a sudden plan for the weekend.
Hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you really have to go out with your kids. So yeah, you're not so sure of your weekend schedule, right?
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, anyway, yesterday
Hmm.
I was calling you, but
Hmm. Yeah, I actually uh, been to the
mm,
text the message to me.
mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, you don't have to have a you didn't have to have a class.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really. I don't prefer to have a phone class that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I just and I just um, studied another study, and I didn't know my phone was ringing because at night I mean what I call this, my cell phone is no ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in silent mode.
Yeah, the silent mode. Yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know you called me. So
Mm, okay.
because I postponed
Mm-hmm.
yesterday class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because yesterday we were having, yeah, some technical issues with the video class.
Yes, I know.
All right. Well, yeah, it's good to talk to you again for today.
Hmm.
So, are you ready to start with our lesson?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready every day.
That's great.
Hmm.
Okay, so today we are going to have lesson number 18,
Hmm.
letter C. Practice makes perfect, right?
Okay. Practice.
Okay. So for letter C, Jeff, I
Mm-hmm.
want you to provide your own answers for those sentences. And can you begin with number one?
I I want my daughter to to grow up to be a flight attendant.
Okay, I want my daughter to grow up to be a flight attendant. All right. But the question is, what do you want your daughter to be when she grows up?
My daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I just want. Uh, hold on. I don't. I want my daughter to do what she
Mm-hmm.
will uh, want to what she will want to do.
Mm-hmm. What
Because
she wants to do.
yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't force her to do anything. I don't want her to study, even if she doesn't like studying. I
Mm-hmm.
don't force her to study. I just
Okay.
she she will do she wants to do actually.
Okay. But why are you not forcing her?
Mm, actually, She is elementary school or something like that.
Mhm.
I let her study their school class about school
Mhm.
class, but
Mhm.
she when she is middle school or high school,
Mhm.
it is the time she can decide
Mhm.
her future.
Mhm.
So I believe in her. I mean,
Mhm.
I respect her decision or her yeah. I respect her decision.
Mhm. Okay, that's great. Because there are some parents they actually force their children, and the outcome is not good. So some children, um, if their parents want them to be a doctor, well, some of them
Yeah,
become a
right.
doctor, but uh, yeah, some of them do not really follow their parents that much, right?
I hope and I really want, but being a doctor or uh, being I mean being graduation in university is not the
Mhm.
best way, I think, for her.
Mhm.
So uh, she actually there there is something. I mean, there has to be something that she will want to do in the future.
Mhm.
I want her
Mhm.
to do it actually.
Okay, that's right. Very
But
good.
I
Mhm.
the only thing I let her or let I want her to do is
Mhm.
studying English.
Okay, but I think right now she's not yet studying English, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And teacher in the daily care center
Mhm.
said my daughter enjoys studying English. I mean, she is interested in English.
Okay,
It's a
that's
good thing.
great. Yes. So the more the more they are interested with something, the more that they will learn a lot, right?
You're right.
Okay, very good. So, Jeff, let's continue. Can you please answer number two?
Yes. Mandy is quite a charmer.
Okay, Mandy is quite the charmer.
A
Okay,
charmer.
so yeah, that is exact, or I mean, that is actually the answer on your book. So, can you try to provide me another answer?
Another answer.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy, quite a charmer. My daughter is is cute. Not to mention quite a charmer. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. All right. How about number three?
My wife is making my children spoiled.
Okay, my wife is making my children spoiled. Very good. Number four.
You don't have a second chance. Uh, be careful. Be careful. Or
Mm-hmm.
watch out.
Okay, watch out. That's right. Okay, and number five.
I am just lying. Uh, you are one and only my love for me. You,
Mm-hmm. Can
I
you say it again?
I'm not lying. You are one and only love.
Okay, I'm not lying. You are my one and only
You are my
love.
one and my only love.
Okay, very good. All right, so now let's move on to another part of your book, which is Letter D Make Believe.
Okay.
And the situation here, Jeff, is a new acquaintance asks you about your family. How do you tell him or her about your siblings? So, since you don't have a sibling,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think your sister has, or
Mm,
I mean, your wife has.
yeah, my wife has a sister.
Okay. All right. So I want you to tell me about your wife's siblings.
Mm, my wife I mean, three siblings.
Mhm.
I mean, her your older sister and older brother
Mhm.
and younger sister. So
Mhm.
she has three siblings, right? Am I right?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, and her her older sister and older brother is married already,
Mhm.
and her younger sister is preparing for her marriage.
Mhm. Mhm.
So she will marry um, this year,
Mm.
but
Okay.
the date is not fixed.
Mhm.
And I mean, my wife's older sister doesn't have any kids, even
Mhm.
though she got married uh, fa- fastest
Mhm. She
of the over her family.
first one. She was
Yeah,
the
first
first one to get married.
first one get married,
Mhm.
and uh, as I told you,
Mhm.
my brother-in-law, I mean
Mhm.
her older brother
Mhm.
has two sons,
Mhm.
and we have two daughters.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So her older sister is married, but her older sister doesn't have kids yet.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she, I think she has been trying to have a kid for like
Mhm.
7 years, but
Mm.
it doesn't work. It has been working. Hasn't been working.
Oh, okay. All right, I got it. But how about adoption? Like they will adopt yeah,
Hmm.
a baby or children from a place in Korea. Is it common?
It's not common. So
Mhm.
I mm, I recommend mm, I recommend to I mean adopting for my to my wife
Mhm.
secretly, but she doesn't think it is good idea. So
Mm.
I, yeah, I mean. My older sister-in-law
Mm-hmm.
has a mind to try try to have a kid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. All right, because here in the Philippines,
Mm,
if there are some couples, even if they try it again and again and again, but for how many years they still didn't have, yeah, a baby. Well, most of them, their last option is to adopt
adopt.
children.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, let us have letter E. Let's talk. Okay, so question number one. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But would you like to have? So let's say you are still a high school or a middle school student,
Mm-hmm.
but then you still don't have a sibling. Would you
Yeah.
like to have some?
Mm, I really want I really want to have some siblings
Mhm.
because when I was young,
Mhm.
after school and after I uh, got back home,
Mhm.
uh, there was no there was no I mean there was no one in my
Mhm.
house because my parents were were working
Mhm.
and uh, I was all alone all day.
Mhm.
So after school, I used to play computer game
Mhm.
with my friends, or I used to play soccer outside with my friends or something like that.
Mhm.
If I had if I had siblings, I would have played with my siblings in my
Mhm.
house,
Mhm.
but I didn't.
Okay. Well, that's right. So the advantage of having siblings is you can have someone to play with when you are at home, right?
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, me too. Because actually I don't have a brother and sister. Yeah, I'm the
Really?
only one.
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah, so like you, when I was also younger, I
Mhm.
didn't like going home because yeah, I will be alone.
Mhm.
My parents are so busy. So I remember when I was young, after school, I go to my friend's house, I play with them,
Yeah.
or I prefer staying at school late. Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, when I go home, I will be lonely. I will be sad.
Yeah. Right. You, you might know how I felt when I was young.
You're right. I know
Yeah.
that feeling and it's
Mhm.
not good. But
Mhm.
I think I think being the only child is also good. It's great
Mhm.
because your parents give you everything, right?
Yeah. Actually, this is the answer to number three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So, number two question, Jeff. Are you familiar with sibling rivalry? Do you have a
Rivalry.
problem? No, I think you didn't have any problem with this, but yeah, can you just share me anything that you know about sibling rivalry?
Mm. Hello. I don't have any sibling library.
Mm-hmm. Rivalry.
Rivalry.
Yes.
Rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't have any siblings, so my parents uh, uh, buy something that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the thing, but I I, since I am the only child for them, they
Mhm.
they give me anything
Mhm.
that I want.
Okay, but what do you know are the possible reasons of sibling rivalry?
I'm sorry, possible.
Yeah, what do you think are the possible reasons of sibling rivalry?
Hmm. If I had siblings, uh, we would have fought
Mhm.
when my parents uh, gave some small cake or something like that. For
Mhm.
example, my uh, we have I mean we have only one toy,
Mhm.
but I what I want to play with it, but my
Mhm.
brother or sister uh, do does as well.
Mhm.
So we would fight.
Mhm.
This this is what you asked me.
Yes,
So
that's right.
yeah,
So one of the reasons why, yeah, why siblings fight is because of toys.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and some
So maybe,
food.
yeah, maybe nowadays you can see it with your daughters. So maybe
Yeah,
you can see them fighting just because of
yeah,
a toy or just because
yeah,
of
yes,
food,
yeah.
right?
That's
Mhm.
that's what my daughters do. They sometimes I'm actually I see them fighting because because of toys or
Mhm.
foods.
Mhm.
uh, my youngest daughter doesn't even speak anything that she wants to say,
Mhm.
but my eldest daughter can say what she wants. Oh, so
Mhm.
sometimes youngest play and play with a toy, but
Mhm.
my youngest doesn't doesn't pay attention for it.
Mhm.
Youngest daughter starts playing with toy. Uh,
Mhm.
my eldest daughter stores steals that. I wanna
Mhm.
do this and like something like that.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, you're
my
right.
youngest daughter starts crying.
And then if she's crying, you will ask her, "Oh, what's wrong? Tell me what is wrong. What do you want?" And then she will not talk, just keep on crying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Now, what are the advantages of disadvantages of having siblings? So if you have brothers and sisters, what do you think are the good side and the bad side of it?
Hmm. Advantage. One advantage is I can give all things. I mean,
Mhm.
mm, my parents don't have to separate,
Mhm.
right? Am I right?
Okay. So in this question, Jeff, not the advantage or disadvantages of being the only child, but the advantages and disadvantages if you have siblings.
Mm, if I have siblings,
Yes. So what do you think are the good things if you have siblings?
good thing. I if I have siblings, if I have siblings, uh, I would have, I would chat together. I mean, I'm not alone. uh,
Mhm.
I mean, there are some brother or sister that I want to say to her. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, and yeah, it's too hard.
Mhm.
We can't we can go camping together.
Mhm. Okay, you can go camping together. That's right. So the advantage is you can play with them, you won't be lonely, and you can have someone to talk to if
Mm,
you feel sad.
yeah,
But what are the disadvantages of having a sibling?
this of that of habits. Mm, now I mean, mm, if I have a sibling now,
Mhm.
I don't have any disadvantage of that because
Mhm.
disadvantage. I mean, there's has to be a disadvantage of having siblings
Mhm.
I mean, when I was young because
Mhm.
when I if I was younger and if I had siblings,
Mhm.
mm, I have to share all the things to with my siblings.
Mhm.
So that is disadvantage. That is the only disadvantage that I think of.
Mhm.
But I have a sibling now.
Mhm.
I don't think there is a disadvantage.
Okay, that's right. So, uh, younger children think that being the only child is good, but as we grow old, we realize that having siblings is much better, right?
Yeah, right.
Me too. So, my friends, I consider them as my siblings since I don't have siblings.
Hmm.
Okay. So, by the way, Jeff, our time is already over, but